Hello world. How you guys doing? Listen, I am excited on today, guys, because we're here again for another year of the Entrepreneur Empire Awards. This award ceremony is going to be just like so phenomenal. Like we got some phenomenal nominees for this year. I'm excited for them as they embark on this journey, on this next chapter of their journey. So we have yet another amazing entrepreneur that we are going to welcome to the stage. I call her Dr. D, right? Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome the very own Dr. D. Thomas. Ma'am, are you there?
Hey, what's going on, Dr. Pitts? Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm amazing, ma'am. I am amazing. Thank you for asking. Listen, Dr. D, I
Yes.
want to dive right into it before we get into the Q&A. Kind of just give everybody a brief overview of who you are and what it is that you do.
Okay, well, first of all, let me just introduce myself officially, Dania Dr. Thomas, and everybody calls me Dr. D. I am an entrepreneur. I'm a COO of Gimme Hair Care. I'm also a published author, and I also have a published research. That took me about like 6 years to do. But I'm very amazed with all of that. And I'm a motivational and inspirational speaker.
Absolutely. Look, let's dive right into it. So, Dr. D, first question I want to ask you is, when did you kind of like know, say, hey, look, you know what? Enough is enough. I now want to become an entrepreneur and I want to kind of, branch off into this field and this is what I want to do. When did you know that it was time?
Well, I'm candid. When I saw the two kids sitting beside me, and I realized that although I have all these degrees and all this lab work, all this experience, I realized that I don't have anything for myself that I can pass down to my children. And when I realized that and I got hip to that, is when I made the conscious decision that it was time to do what I needed to do, which was to become an entrepreneur and work for myself,
Yeah.
leave a legacy, leave something for my kids.
And you know what? I hope everybody heard that and really take that into consideration when you're looking to make that decision. It has to be something that wants to drive you to do more for either self or, like Dr. D said, leaving a legacy for her babies, right? And that's important. Go ahead, Dr. D. You want to?
May I just add also, and I don't want to, I know that the generic answer would definitely be my kids, but I just wanted to add for myself as well. Especially, I'm originally from Kingston, Jamaica, and moving here in 2000 to America, I realized that this was something I had to do. I had a goal, I had a mission. I just didn't know how I was going to attain this goal, or I'm still attaining, actually. I'm still trying to figure things out. But yeah, that was another motivating drive for me, is to know that, hey, I didn't come to another country now to fail. We got to let's go.
That's
So
it.
that's a big thing for me as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. Which is a great segue into my next question, and I'm glad that you mentioned that you came from Kingston, Jamaica. So since you transition over to the United States and now you've taken this journey to be an entrepreneur, what would you say have been the most challenging things that you pretty much had to face, in this journey?
Yeah. Well, not really understanding the market, not understanding what I was trying to get myself into. I thought about it. I wanted to do it, but when I started doing it is when I realized that I was fixated on the thought of just being able to jump in and say, "Hey, I'm an entrepreneur," but what steps was I about to take? So that was very challenging, just sitting with myself and having to realize that I need help. I have to ask the questions. I need to ask the questions. So slowly but surely, I'm getting over some of these barriers, but that was definitely the biggest one: is what is my next move? How do I get there?
Absolutely, absolutely, and that's important too. I think us as entrepreneurs, we don't identify enough of the challenges, and what happens is it becomes a repeated cycle because we haven't identified that this is a challenge, and it
Right.
just keeps coming back and it keeps coming back. But if we
Yep.
can identify the challenge, address the challenge when it comes up again, because it doesn't mean that, oh, this is a challenge, it'll never happen again. It's gonna happen again. It's about identifying it, addressing it, so then when it comes back again,
I'll
you
be
know how to
ready.
deal with it differently,
You'll
right?
be ready. Yeah, exactly.
You'll be ready. So great segue into my next question. and I want to just throw this plug out there. Dr. D was one of the judges on the reality TV show, The Real Entrepreneur. And she is a stationary judge, you know,
Yes.
for the show. And with that, I think it kind of brought about the leadership, right? People ask me, well, Dr. Pitts, how is it that you decided to choose the two judges and kind of make them stationary versus just switching out different judges? And I love the fact that Dr. D and Natalie both brought leadership.
Love Natalie. Love Natalie.
So with that being said, Dr. D, talk about from your eyes, what makes an effective leader?
Oh my God. First of all, you have to know how to cultivate relationships. You have to know how to cultivate and maintain relationships. You can't just be the hammer hand. You have to be able to learn yourself. You have to be able to be a student. And that's one thing I do is no matter where I am in life, I'm yearning for more information on anything. So in order for you to be an effective leader, you have to be able to listen. You have to be able to want to be led yourself. I do know that the ultimate response comes down on you, but you should be able to trust who it is that you have behind you, your team, your army. You know, those things make an effective leader. Somebody who will not run off emotions more than logic or more than what's, factual and stuff. Just for me, that's what I think would make an effective leader. And for that reason, I know and I appreciate the opportunity because I would hope that I would exhibit some of those characteristics as to why I was chosen. And I love, by the way, guys, watch it. If you don't, you're crazy.
Thank you, Dr. D. Listen, again, another great segue. Before we go to this last question, I always tell people, in order for you to become a leader, you have to be an effective follower, right? You have to follow something, you have to follow somebody, and then you have to apply what it is that they're issuing out. And here's what I love about information. Everybody has their own view, but you have to take what's for you, right? I always tell people that the advice that I give may not work for you now, but it may work for you later. And all of the things that I give may not work for you at all, but there's going to be something. I don't care what it is I talk about. You say, it's almost like flipping the pages in the book. Y'all read that part. It's like, bow. And it usually it's that one thing that tweaks you to then go to that next level, right? So last question, Dr. D. When it comes to being that leader, right? Being in the entrepreneur world, we get this question all the time. How is it that Dr. D deals with doubt, right? To stop you, because as entrepreneurs, I hear it all the time. They say, well, I wanted to start the business, or I started a business and then it didn't work out, and a lot of that is cultivated from doubt.
Right.
And it comes from the failures that we exhibit, right? Or sometimes people have looked at me and said, Dr. Pitts, it don't seem like nothing you do is failing. And the reasoning for that, there's a reasoning why they see that, but they don't understand that we have to deal with doubt. We have to deal with fear. We have to deal with anxiety. We have to deal with, the problems, the trials and the tribulations. But how does Dr. D deal with doubt?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. First and foremost, I'm a praying warrior. I'm going to put that out there first. God first, nothing else. I'm led by him. I'm led by my feeling, led by what it is that comes to me after I pray. And also my family. I trust my family. I trust the people around me. So even if it is that I doubt myself, I go to them because I know that God would never send certain information through people I don't trust and don't love. I know who don't love me back. So that's how I actually get through it, is God and my family.
Look, hey, I'm 100%. I'm with you. and as people may think that that's a scripted answer, I don't care. Hey, that's
from the heart.
That's it. That's what it is. Especially for people who have the belief system. It's called that, and that's what it's a faith and a belief system. And for myself, and excuse me if I'm speaking for you too, Dr. D, but you just mentioned it. For people like us who just put God first in any and everything that we do,
you have to
be the answer for almost anything in regards to that question. Is when you put God first, He's
God first.
Who removes the fear. He's the one who removes the doubt. He's the one that says, hey, take this path. So, and I'm so glad that you shared that answer, because a lot of entrepreneurs fear the fact of sharing their belief system when it comes to who God is and what God is
Oh
capable.
no, I will never hold my tongue when it comes to that situation. I would
Now,
hope that people don't be, whoever. For I don't want to disregard how others feel, but the question is specific to me,
that's
and
right.
that's why I wanted to answer specifically. But to may I just say one more thing, Dr. Pitts?
Absolutely.
For those of you who are watching this, or for those of you who will definitely watch The Real Entrepreneur, it's an amazing show. But one thing to tell you, you have to stay the course. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in whatever it is that you believe in, and just keep pushing. Never give up on yourself. Never say that I don't doubt yourself. And even if you do, still try and find somebody somehow to jump over those hurdles, because God will never bring you this far. And I'm so glad to be here talking to Dr. Pitts. You know these things, Dr. Pitts. I appreciate you, man.
Absolutely, Dr. D. Listen, guys, Dr. D is in the authors industry. Make sure that you guys go support her. Dr. D, make sure that you put your link in the comment section on this live, so that way everybody can go and vote for you. Please vote for Dr. D. She needs your votes, guys, in this particular category, so she can win this award.
Yes, let's go. Let's go.
Everybody has been asking Dr. Pitts, what is the dates for the award show, guys? And the dates is July the 27th. You guys will be able to come out and see Dr. D go across that stage and get that award for the authors category. I know it's going to mean so much to her. And it means so much to her for you guys to just go out and vote for her. So please make sure that you guys vote for her in the authors category. That's the category that she's in. She's going to post that link in the comment section. Dr. D, can you just tell everybody, how do they stay connected with you? How do they stay in contact with you? How do they reach out to you if they need your services, or if they want to even purchase your book? Also, too, do that as well.
I would definitely.
Your website, your book. How can they get it? Anything that you got, Dr. D, you're going to post it in that comment section.
Guys, I'm going to post it down. So make sure you get the information from down there. And hey, keep it moving, keep it tracking, and get it done.
Absolutely. Tell everybody how to get in contact with you, Dr. D.
Well, you can get in contact with me on Facebook. It's Dania Thomas, Dania Thomas, Thomas. And if it is that you want to book me for anything, and specifically, I'm a specialist on HIV and IPV. So I also look into that, guys, and look on LinkedIn, which is Dr. Dania Thomas, Dania Thomas. Thank you, guys, and I'll get everything else in the link.
Absolutely. Listen, guys, if you guys want to be Dr. D, I'm sorry. Thank you for your time. We appreciate you tremendously. And we look forward to seeing you at the award show.
Thank you. Look forward to seeing you too. Bye-bye.
All right, guys, listen. I hope that the team didn't cut her off too soon. But listen, guys, I thank you guys for tuning in. For those of you who are entrepreneurs, there will be a link in the comment section. You can sign up for the award show. This award show is amazing. It gives entrepreneurs, again, another platform to be showcased on, but most importantly, to be awarded and nominated. You look at the BET Awards, you look at the MTV Awards, they have award ceremonies for those individuals who do great work in the world, right? I think the last award show was the BET Awards, right? And they're giving these particular individuals awards based on movies and music videos and songs and all of these great things that they do, right? However, there is no platform for us until now. This is the second year that this award show will be showcased. And I'm excited that I am the individual to spearhead this, because I want entrepreneurs to be recognized all over the world, right? So guys, thank you again tremendously. Again, if you're interested, I will post that link in the comment section. Make sure you go vote for Dr. D. Other than that, you guys already know my quote. Coming together is the beginning. Sticking together is progress. But working together is success. Stay tuned as we have other entrepreneurs that will be coming up to be interviewed. Peace.